Welcome everyone, this is DrDepper LP, and today I'm bringing you on another SoundScape survival episode. This is episode number 20, I believe, and I noticed something about these maps. They're finally loading in for me. The map is complete. So let's see. I heard there was a mall or something that you can build your shop in, and I was thinking about building another shop at spawn, the one I was talking about last episode, and I want to go ahead and get started on the shop this episode and also building some of the farms this episode. It may take a couple of days, but I still haven't uploaded the last episode. Last episode was like an hour long and I edited it down to 20 minutes, so I added transitions and things like that to make it interesting, and hopefully I'll enjoy that. Let's also turn my anisotropic filter up. I don't know why. It turns itself down every time I've launched Minecraft, and I just literally launched Minecraft. Sorry about that, I was getting a drink of water. But anyways, so the reason these maps weren't loading in was because I had to take it off, load one of them. Hey, look at that. Some of spawn is going together. Right before my eyes on the map. It's a good thing I updated this one. But basically, I had to update this one right here. I updated it. And then all of a sudden, the rest of them followed suit and updated themselves as well. And I wanted to start recording before they were all done. So, yeah. Alright, I'm out of water, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Hopefully I'll cut those out. But anyways, I'm looking at the spawn map. This... What is this? You are here. So if we're here, and turn that way for spawn, that means behind this is, believe it or not, that. Alright, so that is what that is. So, well, that over there is what that is. So, I'm not seeing where the mall is. This is Isaac's house. This is, I don't know what this is. It's, oh, it's the library. This is Ricky's shop, and this over here is the spawn village, because that's my build in the spawn village. And then this right here is Halight's build. That's the Christmas tree. Where is this mall that's so-called mall of the server? I'm not seeing it. Unless it's that thing that's way back there. Let's check that. So anyways, so I'm going to try to find that area. If not, then I'll go ahead and quickly skip over to the... My sounds are off. No, they're not. Why did I not make a splash when I jumped? Also, I bought some Silk Touch picks. Well, Silk Touch books. And I accidentally killed somebody's horse. I think it was Ricky's horse. So now... He's trying to file a lawsuit against me. Rich Homie Quain. That's what he filed his name as. So that is what I was seeing on the map, and there's a bunch of, what is this? I don't think I've ever seen this. This is weird. Weird indeed. So I've been playing this new game I got. This is an arrow. So I got this new game. I don't think I'm going to make videos of it. I mean, I make videos of every single game I have, or at least I have a video of every single game I have. In this game, I just want it to be a relaxing game. I just want to play it to have fun, because every other game I've had has been a game to play and make videos of. What is this over here? I don't know what that is either. I think that's the color shop. Also, our prank against Soapy sadly found out. He finally started work on his base, and he found it. He dug it up, and on Skype he was like, "Hey, I found somebody's blocks. There was TNT and stuff like that." And I was like, "No, he found it." We hid it underground. I didn't even record that part where, well, the part where I put my blocks in the chest, and basically it was 20 stacks of wool and about 5 stacks of red dye, about 2 stacks of black dye, and about 2 stacks of TNT. I was gonna have fun with the prank. Now it's ruined. But anyway, so why am I checking highlights chests? So let's go ahead and go home because I'm not finding this so-called mall or whatever that Isaac's supposed to be building right now. And so I guess I'll try to contact Isaac and ask him where it is. First, we need a lot of grass for this project because dirt, I mean. So first of all, we want to start quarrying. And we want to quarry somewhere close to this, but yeah, I don't want to ruin the terrain for that area. So what I want to do is I want to make an area that is a straight square of just quarried out dirt. And so let's go ahead and just dig in a straight line till we get to where we like it. So right about there is good. So now let's go ahead and dig that way. And you know, we're just going to dig out all the grass here. And I want to make it a perfect square because I want it to look nice, because if you're quarrying out grass, you either have to go all out or go home. Because if you don't go all out, it's just going to look like a disaster. And I don't want it to look like a disaster. I want to make it look like it was planned out. So I want it to be a perfect square, you know, with all the dirt missing there possible. So of course I do not have the room on me to quarry out all this dirt. So what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to do this. But anyway, so that game I was talking about earlier, please leave it in the comments if you want to see me make a video series of it after I beat the game, and just like a run through of it, because you know, once I beat the game, I'm not going to try to beat 100%, because right now I'm going to try to beat it 100% because I don't have to have it on camera or anything like that. So I have unlimited time, basically. Not unlimited time, but you know what I mean. I have as much time as I want, and I can beat it as far as I want to beat the game, as you know what I'm saying. Like, I can beat it 100% if I want to beat it 100%. I can get all the achievements if I want to beat it with all the achievements. And also, if I beat it with all the achievements, do you all want an achievement guide or something like that afterwards? Like, just a big compilation of videos like how to get this achievement, how to get this achievement, and all that stuff. And tips and tricks on how to do so. Because, of course, like I said, I'm going to try to beat the game 100%. Because that's what I do with games whenever I buy them. So yeah, it's like this as well. So let's go ahead and just dig out a big. But anyway, so yeah, the game is called Remember Me. And if you don't know what it's about, just look it up. I mean, there's the internet. And also something really cool. Never mind, I'm not going to explain that. That's not something really cool for y'all, and that probably seems like bragging for me if I talk about it in this video, so I won't. So, also, another series I want to talk to you all about as I dig out this dirt. I don't want to dig out all the dirt on camera, of course. I just want to show y'all what I'm doing, and I want to talk to y'all because, well, I can, and it's the easiest way to talk to y'all. I don't really have to think about digging. I just dig, and I still feel like I'm getting something done, achieved in the video, other than just walk around. Because lately, a lot of my videos have been just me walking around and digging, and hopefully the microphone level was balanced. I'm gonna go back and look at the video just in case, and if it wasn't, I will delete that clip, of course, of me talking and digging out, just in case. So I'm gonna go check the video and I'll be right back. Alright, so the volume was perfectly fine. I actually set it back up to 50%. It was originally 100%, but I was talking loud enough that I was coming over top of the game. But just for the sake of it, I turned it back down, you know. Because if I continue talking loud, it won't be a problem. But if I get quieter, it will. So, also, I don't want to get... Oh, Aw, man, I can't watch my mic level anymore. I put fraps over top of it. Because what I do whenever I go to view where my video is, I basically just click on fraps and there'll be like a little section that says view. And you click it, and it'll show you where your video is. Basically where it was outputted. So yeah, I'm not going to dig out all this on camera, so let's go ahead and continue to the next little thing I want to do. Over there is just a giant hole. It looks really cool now. So what I said I wanted to do is, so let's go over here, and I want to make this decision on camera. So basically we're going to come over here, and basically right here, it looks like right across there looks like the perfect area for a farm. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, I want this to be a gigantic farm that has everything from wheat. You know what? Even better than that. Let us set up a gigantic redstone build that includes everything. You know, because, I mean, it looks pretty cool whenever you do that. And it is extremely efficient because you can just have blocks that you need for one thing and put them in another place, basically by hoppers and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get the frame of this build built. So how do I want this to look like? Because I want it to be giant, yet I don't want it to be too I don't know what the word I want to use is. So let's go ahead and sleep the night away before we do this, because that'll be very hard to do this if we don't. And also we need blocks, so I'm going to stop recording, get some blocks, and I will be in the right spot. I slept the night away. Let's get the blocks. They're in this chest. What I want to use for this is basically, you know, the classic stone, well actually stone brick to be exact. That saddle is from Ricky's horse. I killed it, like I said. And so let's go ahead and put that up there. Let's craft all this into stone brick. And we want this to is the question, because I mean I said I wanted it back over there, that way where it'll be easiest seen and it'll look the biggest. But the real question is, do we really want it there? Because we could also put it right there, have a pathway from there to there, and it looked nice. We could also have a secret pathway that is broken up from this pathway, and basically have this pathway connecting not only by that fallen tree, and well, not only by that fallen tree to that place, but also by this pathway. So I want it to be, I want this area to be a place where everything connects eventually. Everything has multiple passageways to it, and I want it to be a big town, because our original intent with our bases was to be our town, and it wasn't originally supposed to be a base. Now, of course, plans have changed, and now we're supposed to be basically doing community builds, and that's the whole point of it. We can also have a base, but community-wise, we don't want to do what we originally intended. So, with those plans changed, I also have to change. Well, my base was originally built to be along those plan lines, so I want to continue this. Now, of course, mine was supposed to be a jungle, well, a roofed forest build, and I want to stray away from that now that I don't have a roof. Well, I don't have to be along a certain what's it called, under a certain biome. Now I do want everything to still look nice in accordance, and I want it to all connect and just have different areas of a town, because if you don't know, well, if you don't live in a town or a city, well, okay, if you don't live in a town or a city, you probably don't have internet. You probably can't see this video right now. But if you live in a town and a city, you will know that there are areas of the town that are specifically made for certain areas, and they're all connected by a road. And that wasn't really put into being until cars were invented. And once cars were invented, cities were built like that. And so now, instead of having just this giant area all connected and all extremely close together, I want it to be more like a modern town, but at the same time, I don't want the builds to have a modern build style. I have my own build style, and that's what I build these with. I like a stone build, I'll make a stone build. But each area has a different little theme to it. Like this area right here, this is basically overgrown and dead. Well, not dead, but overgrown. And then right here, it becomes so overgrown, it's dead, basically. And then stuff are starting to grow over there. And yeah, that was the theme of this area. And that's why I remade this area to be like that. And then this road, this is actually the first thing on the server I built. Therefore, that's why I wanted it to be the oldest looking. And then the road to here, this was the first road. Well, not the first road, but the first pathway I've ever used. I did not necessarily make a pathway, but this is the passage I took every time to get over here. So I wanted to make it look like it was an older and overgrown area. The road is not nearly as old as that build over there, that's why it's in ancient ruins, but this area is a build that was supposed to connect to it later. And therefore, it looks overgrown and broken. And then right here is the start of the town. Has more so of a modern look to it. Everything is white and stone and wood, and it just has a really good contrast to it. And then over here is live, yet not overgrown. Now some of the vines have overgrown, but not too bad. And then over here is a little central pathway that was specifically made. And over here is a furnace area. That's what it's specifically made for, and that's why it looks like that. Over here, you know, just basically small tenement house. Well, not tenement, but you know, small houses that are built for living. And then this is a bigger house. This is a tiny little storage area. But this is all more modern looking build to it. Now, I'm not the modern builder that makes a modern style themed build that is the supposed air quotes modern build, well, modern style for Minecraft, but I do have my own style that I put into this. And then over here, this is a little area specifically made just to be a little town on the river, and it's supposed to connect with that area over there, but it hasn't yet. So these are my plans for the build, and basically this is the newest area of all of this, and that's why it has the more modern area with a little mine. This is supposed to be like my old mine shaft that was here before any of this, or that. That's why I made it like that. Now, of course, my original thought process when I was building this was not that. But of course, as time goes on, I decorate it, and once I've decorated it, I have the theme that I decorate it to. And so what I want that build over there, I'm sorry if I rambled way too long. I did. So I'm going to stop recording and get my thoughts said. I now have the thought process. Well, now I have this thought out, and I have decided, oh, whoa, to not fall in that lava pit, because that lava pit looked really cool whenever I built that house over top of the lava pit. I don't want to lose the lava pit by falling in it and having to place a water bucket in it. So now that I have my thoughts together on how I want to make this, I want to make it right here. I want to stray off from there. Hold on. So, I want the path to connect right here. And so let's go ahead and start laying out a path. So I want the path to connect right here and go to that tree. So from there to the tree, then over here. And of course I'm going to build this. This is actually how I laid out the path for Isaac to make my pathway from that to that, and I told him how to make it. That's why it was like that. and then from here to here, and then around. Am I there yet? Yes, I am. So right here, and then also I want a path going from here to here, so let's go ahead and make it go down, and then there. Alright, so I know how I'm going to do this. Also, I want a pathway from here to here, so let's go ahead and make a centralized door frame just so I know how I want to make this. This is just future planning for how I want to build this. I will build most of it off camera, and then I will be back with you all next episode, of course. But right now, this is how I'm going to make my pathways. I may have enough time on camera right now to make my pathways, but with how much time I spent in analyzing how I want to make this, I really ran out of time. It's like 23 minutes in last time I checked. So now let's make it go down, and we'll have like a ladder or something, I don't know. So let's go down, and then follow the pathway, follow the leader. Come on, blocks, follow the leader. Alright, so anyways, so right there, right there, right there, right there, right. Let's make it go like a U-turn or something. And then right here, right here, right here, and wow, I'm already out of blocks. And then we'll follow up and go all the way over here. Therefore, making this of use, making this of use, and making this pathway of use, making this corner of town of use, and along here, throughout the trees, I can make little houses and stuff like that. A lot of them, like, as in every corner of this pathway, there's going to be like a house, a bunch of houses, and then because, you know, this is going to be where the workers eat, sleep, and live. So, you know, saying that there's going to be workers for this and maintaining it. So over here is going to be a little section of town for basically residents. So we'll make a really big residential area. So let's mark that off by making a bunch of squares. Yeah, these residents are going to be squares. Little square. I'm just kidding. Don't say I'm trying to be hypocritic, I guess is the word. So this one is going to be smaller, I guess. I don't know. Basically, these are just marking off where I want houses and how I want this to be. So I want it to be like a square, almost like a living square. Like if you... I used to live on a side of town. Well, I don't live anymore, but I used to live on a major highway, and this is how they were aligned. They were aligned practically in a square almost, and each house was a little bit different in size. They had a yard to it, I mean. But I've also seen bigger towns where there's not bigger cities where there's not necessarily much of a yard. There's just a bunch of I guess you could say little apartment houses or something. So each one of these, I want to have a small yard, but the way my old house was, I wish I could show you a picture, but there was like a little yard in between. Like there was a yard right here, and then there was an apartment building here, there was a garage here, and then there was another house right here. So, and then there was my house that was right here. And then I had the biggest yard that was like from there to there. So let's go ahead and do that as well, I guess. I don't know. So let's just line it up. And then for yard, I guess I can use dirt. So, and the yard just like, the yard was not small, but for this, it's Minecraft and it's not to scale. So let's put yard in between these houses. And for my house at least there, we owned the apartment building and the house next to it and my house, so I mean only one of them we lived in though, so there'll be a central yard right here where everybody can meet. There'll be a yard right here, and I guess the main road will be right here. I mean, it's not exactly to scale because for my house and the house next to it was against the main road, but I mean this isn't I'm not trying to scale my old house, basically. This is just supposed to be a cool little build. So this place is going to have a little yard, not too big, but this is supposed to be a residential area, and I haven't really done anything with having a lawn or anything like that in a residential area. So right there, and that's how it's going to be. So this is the first part of a residential area, and yeah, I got to tell y'all the story of my old house, basically, well, how it was laid out, but I don't know, that just came to mind as I was trying to build the residential area, and I didn't necessarily base it off my old house, because my old house was completely different than this. It's just, it was a little bit similar. So yeah, I think that'll be it. I laid out a whole lot for this episode. Next episode I'll be building all this stuff that I planned out, and I think until next episode I'll say thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day.